February 18th, 2015 was the beginning of Dead of Night Records. It all started here in an 18 by 20 concrete storage building. To the fans of Creep List, it was known as the Creep List Band Shed, the Creep List Practice Shed. But to the friends, and even closer family of Creep List, it was just the shed. We made many meticulous notes, keeping up with what mics were on what part of the drums, what settings we used to get the specific sounds. And of course, there were lots and lots of cold nights, with it still being February. From the beginning, Mark said he wanted the fans to be able to hear Creep List on an album the way that the fans would hear them live. Meaning he wanted that energy to come across. He didn't want it to sound overproduced, like it was recorded in a big major studio. He wanted the fans to be able to enjoy the music the way that they got to hear it live. The first song that was 100% completely finished was titled I Crawled Out of My Grave. It was about 6 weeks after recording all the songs. We had this one song finished. Me, Timmy, Mark, and my brother Michael sat in Timmy's car, played the CD. In the 3-year period that I had known Mark, I had never seen him so happy and smile so big. He said, "That's it. That's the sound. That's how I want this album. This is the way I want the album to sound." Later that night, early in the morning, we got the first round of bad news. Mark Flowers had had a heart attack. As patient as we could, everybody, the members of Creep List, former members of Creep List, Mark's family, friends, we waited as patiently as we could, hoping for the best. But the best never came. Mark was called home, and we will forever miss him. But there was one thing that Mark wanted. He wanted to start recording bands. He wanted to call it Dead of Night Records. He said he had had that name thought of years and years before, but never had anyone to start recording with. Well, to keep his memory going, me and Michael decided we would continue it. We would keep Dead of Night Records and Mark's name. It wasn't until the beginning of 2016 we were able to start purchasing gear to start moving things forward with Dead of Night Records. We purchased the Scarlett 2i2 USB interface, which we basically were using just for recording live audio, live shows. We started recording local acts, one of the first being Joe Wright.
Oh, Damon, I ought to take a rope and hang high from the highest tree. Oh, what would you eat
And
me?
Brandon Self.
Tonight I feel like an old violin.
And McPherson Struts.
You broke my heart, and you broke some chairs.
We were then able to start recording a couple of national acts, such as Wayne Hancock.
Well, would you listen to the road and really chase the house that went
And Dale Watson.
Oh, I lied when I drank, and I drank a lot. Don't believe me when I...
We have been blessed this entire time to be able to continue to move things along with Dead of Night Records, with the purchasing of drum mics, cables, and basically whatever we have needed just to keep moving forward. We started looking into purchasing a building at the beginning of April and started looking at portable storage buildings, just like what you're in right now. And we found it. Not long after finding the perfect building, tragedy struck again with the passing of my brother, Michael Dewey. But I didn't let it keep me down, because I knew Michael would want me to keep going. And Michael wanted Mark's name to keep going just as much as I did. So we pushed on through. We got the building completely finished, able to order more equipment to have a full operating studio. And here it stands today, Dead of Night Records. With the love we shared with Mark for horror movies, it's the reason behind the name Nosferatu's Tomb. I think Mark would have approved that. Lastly, I'd like to say thanks to all my friends who have stood by me the past year and haven't given up on me, and have believed in Dead of Night Records from the beginning. Also, I'd like to say thank you to the extended family that we have received over the past year. To the Flowers family, the Gilmores, and Leonard. Thank you, Mama and Daddy, for believing in me and supporting me with this and not giving up, even though I was close to giving up several times myself. And most important, thank you, God. This could not be accomplished without your strength to keep me going, to keep my parents motivated, and to keep Mark's family motivating me. Thank you, everyone, for sticking by my side and helping me through this.